right. No, it's early, but Jameson Williams is looking like the draft gamble that hasn't paid off for Brad Holmes. I mean, he missed a lot of games last year. I don't know off the top of my head how many games he missed, but it's, right now, Brad Holmes' gamble on Jameson Williams is failing, but let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, by the way. Don't forget, check out my main channel right here on YouTube for more sports, music, news, and entertainment. Over at Goodfella TV right on YouTube. Appreciate everybody supporting the channel. So, yeah, man. Also, too, in the tidbit, this probably going to make Brad Holmes a little bit more hesitant to take a chance on Jalen Carter, who had a character concern. Now, James Houston had a character concern. He paid off so far. I mean, but hey. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. If you didn't know, real quick, didn't see my video, Jameson Williams got suspended 6 games for gambling. A lot of people said, well, what's the difference between him and Calvin Ridley? Well, Calvin Ridley bet on NFL games. Jameson Williams bet on 9 NFL games at the Allen Park team practice facility, and that's why he got suspended. I don't think because he betted on NFL, he betted on sports at the practice facility, and I guess that's against the rules. So, but right now it's like a gamble that hasn't paid off. Obviously, the DJ Shark walked. He had another surgery on his lower body this offseason. That's probably one of the reasons. Right now, that don't look like the smartest thing to do. And, right now, they got to make a pivot. And right now, how I see it, only receiver they got worth talking about is St. Brown. Marvin Jones Jr., if you banking on him to start, that's a mistake. He don't get no separation down the field. They need guys. They need to lead a guy that can. They need this regardless. They need a guy that get down the field, and then they need another guy that can move the chains too. Or they can use 2 guys and get down the field, but they need one more for sure. So they need somebody that can, stretch the field, make big plays down the field. And then they just needed another receiver, to fit in there. If there was another guy that can get down the field, get the jump ball. I mean, I forgot they do got Josh Reynolds, but obviously he ain't been healthy enough to depend on as well. So, in my opinion, this adjustment that had to be made at the receiver position. But looking at it with Jameson Williams, man, right now, some of the antics that he did, a lot of people didn't like him throwing Jared Goff under the bus. With the Lamar Jackson stuff, him being on 6 Mile at Schaefer at the Coney Island, why would you put yourself in the Lions Den, which it ain't no really good neighborhood. Some nice houses look over there, but about, what is that, Sinai Grace, it's not a bad neighborhood. It could get bad. It ain't too far from Puritan and Finkel. But, I used to live in that area. And then, he did, then it was the video that surfaced with him talking shit to the Vikings player. So he kind of started to build up some bad capital with draft fans, with Detroit Lions fans and some of the things he did. I ain't really trip on none of them. I mean, you need people with personalities. Everybody not going to be saints. You need people who going to stick their chests out. You need people who going to be dogs. You need them vocal people that's going to rah. So I ain't had no issue with nothing he did. Obviously you got an opportunity to get an MVP. Go get him. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit to a Vikings player, I like it. You need guys like that, but him betting at the team facility on your phone and them being able to get your location, just stupid. 6 games gone. That's damn near half a season gone. And the Lions were made aware of it months ago, but right now, the gambles that Brad Holmes took, they have not paid off. Anazorki hadn't paid off. Pascal hadn't paid off. Jameson Williams moving up to get him. It hasn't paid off. So, so I don't know if character was an issue at Ohio State. If it was an issue here, but now it's becoming an issue. When you missing 6 games, when I seen 6 games, I thought he got popped for Pez. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he got popped for Pez, and then I said gambling. And I said 6 games, and I had to read the details, and he bet at the practice facility on a 9 NFL game. So right now it's looking like a gamble that's not paying off. But obviously, the roulette, ball still rolling around, whatever you call that thing, the roulette table, still rolling around. And but right now you ain't gonna have him for a month and a half of NFL games. He'll probably still be able to do the OTAs, mini camp, training camp. probably even play in preseason, but now it's to the point where now you got to call. Now the only two receivers I see you got that's worth a damn is St. Brown and Josh Reynolds. But now you kind of gotta, the pit. They're not gonna call DeAndre Hopkins. They're gonna be cheap. I'm telling you exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna depend on DeAndre Swift out the backfield to be the explosive receiver, running back. They're gonna draft a guy way later. They're gonna depend on DeAndre Swift. What they're gonna do is they're not gonna upgrade their speed. Mark my words, they're gonna be cheap in upgrading their speed, or they're gonna depend on the rookie, and it's not gonna work. I told you, a lot of y'all count y'all chickens for their head. This is the fucking Detroit Lions. They have never given you a reason to believe they could be the favorites in anything. Anything that can go wrong with Stephen A. Smith's voice will go wrong with the Detroit Lions. I'm telling y'all, just pump your brakes. Brown Holmes' draft record is not impeccable. There are plenty of holes there. Jameson Williams is the latest. Anazorki ain't played shit, and he knew he had a back injury. Told people a year later. Pascal, don't know. He didn't really make no noise last year, so pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. But in my opinion, it's gonna have to boil down to he knew this months ago. That's why they were scouting receivers at the combine. In my opinion, personally, I go get DeAndre Hopkins, and I try to look for somebody in the draft that can get down the field. I don't know. You let Brandon Cooks go, could have utilized him. They paid the majority of his salary. So I don't know who all is available. There ain't nobody on the free agent list that's available that's worth mentioning. So DeAndre Hopkins, they won't do it though. And then we want to be here. Hopkins, and then you probably go out there, get a rookie. Maybe look at a guy like Zay Flowers. He's smaller but real tough, tough football player. Maybe get the kid Highland from Tennessee. Try to put him in motion and get him off a clean bum, but there's an adjustment that's gonna have to be made. But DeAndre Hopkins, he willing to restructure his contract. He stay open. He know how to set people up down the field if he have to. Get Reynolds in there. You get a rookie somewhere in the second, third, and hope they can hold the fort. But then again, you banking on the guy who didn't play the majority of last season, coming off a knee injury. You needed more support. You needed more support around him anyway. So in my opinion, I believe they needed one more guy with Jameson Williams that can get down the field and be explosive. Now you need two guys. One guy that could be explosive, get down the field, and then one guy like DeAndre Hopkins who could be the man in the room. But if this is, and I'll be saying this, if they answer was signing Marvin Jones Jr. because of this investigation, and that's their answer, the Lions will not win this division. Mark my words. Especially if you don't add explosive kick returner, and especially if you don't add an explosive running back that you can depend on. Now, if they get by with Marvin Jones, Josh Reynolds, St. Brown, the preferred tight ends they got, and they add a Bijan or Jahmyr Gibbs or somebody that's his name from Alabama that get chunk plays, they might be able to get by. Not looking good for golf right now. So, in my opinion, they need to add a whole bunch. But we'll see what they do. I know what they're going to do. They're not going to make a move for DeAndre Hopkins, even though it's cheap. And what they're going to do is they're going to try to hold the forward Marvin Jones Jr. They're probably going to draft the kid out of TCU because he can't even catch with his hands. And a lot of motherfuckers going to be mad. I'm telling you. Mark my words, bro. Mark my word. I know SOL when I see it, bro. And it's still stankin' reek of SOL. So check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live, drop video. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Or just Spotify and Anchor. I'm sorry. But check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Peace.